Right guys, so this video is for whoever is struggling on guitar. And I want to bring my point of view, my experience. I'm obviously very open to hear what you think about it. So hit the comments below and let me know your thoughts about it. So lots of people feel stuck on guitar and at some point you reach a plateau and you don't know how to progress. This is exactly what I'm going to address today. So I believe that the number one thing is the consistency. I hear you, you may have not so much time to practice guitar, to play guitar. This could be for a number of reasons, mainly for work, for your family, you know, you've got kids and all that kind of stuff. But I also think that there is one solution to all of these scenarios, which is consistency, right? So it doesn't really matter if we don't have 3 hours a day to spend on guitar. As long as we have a short amount of time that we can dedicate to playing guitar consistently, this is gonna really pay off. And I'll give you another tip. Why don't you write down, why don't you come back from work one night and you write down what your goals are so that you have them really clear in mind. You write down a list of 3 things that you really want to achieve on guitar, 3 things that you really want to improve on. Okay, and then you select what is the most important of these 3 things that you want to focus on. And anytime you've got 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes of time available that you can spend on a guitar, you already know what to do. So you're not gonna search on the internet for new inspiration and new things to learn, anything like that. You already have your number one priority down and you're gonna spend your 5 minutes that you've got that night. And I promise that if you're gonna commit to really spend any 5 minutes that you have available on that specific thing that you identified, that's gonna really pay off. So to recap, don't grab the guitar and just jam and noodle around, but plan in advance what you're gonna play anytime that you're gonna have 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes available to play guitar, okay? Set your goals and stick to it. One more point that I want to touch on is that we often refer to the guitar as practicing guitar, having a practice routine, which is obviously super helpful. You're never gonna hear me saying don't practice on guitar. Obviously, we all need to practice and we have to do it with consistency, as we said previously. What I'm gonna say instead is that you should be studying guitar. So don't just practice the guitar, study the guitar, study music, try to understand all of the things about the instrument, how the instrument works, how the fretboard works, maybe some music theory connections to really understand the music behind the songs that you learn, for instance. So you really need to treat the guitar as something that you want to study. I think that there is a small shade of difference in the meaning of studying versus practicing, And as we said previously, this can be achieved even when you feel like you have no time to practice or very little time to practice, because we're gonna make a list of what we want to improve on and we're gonna spend all of our time on that single subject that we want to improve on, rather than having too many things that we really don't make any progress on anymore. So later on, if you happen to have more time, you can make a longer list and obviously focus on more things at the same time, maybe build your practice routine, which is really important. That is fantastic. But to get started, especially when you feel stuck, when you feel like you have no time, spend a few minutes on that single subject, and when you start seeing the improvement, the progress on that subject, that's gonna build momentum and you're gonna continue, and suddenly you find more time to practice, more enjoyment. In this way, we're gonna free up the mind from any other distraction and we're gonna really enjoy the time that we spend with the instrument. Right guys, as I said, this is only my point of view, my thoughts, so I would really like to hear what you think about it. Let's open a discussion. And as always, if you want to support this channel, you can do so on my Patreon page. The support of my patrons is what makes these videos possible. So thanks guys for watching this video, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.